Hi everyone, I would like to explain you the career choices in pharmacy field. Please subscribe for my channel if you are interested in learning more about career options once you graduate from the school or before selecting particular field for college degree. Once you graduate with pharmacy degree, you can work in pharmacy, which is either retail pharmacy or hospital pharmacy. Retail pharmacy includes CVS, Walgreens, or any other private pharmacy where you can work as a pharmacist. But I would like to explain you more options in pharmaceutical industry. There are different departments in pharmaceutical industry such as research and development, manufacturing, packaging, quality control, quality assurance, supply chain, business development, marketing. And in research and development particularly, there are different departments in research and development such as formulation, analytical, regulatory, quality, clinical group, and technical services. It can either come in research and development or it can be a part of operations. In most of pharmaceutical industry, it is considered part of operations. So in research and development, formulation groups, these are basically product development teams or product development scientists who develop or invent dosage forms such as pills. Pill in pharma, it is called as tablets, capsules, suspensions, etc. with drug molecules such as, in Tylenol, there is an acetaminophen API. So you cannot take acetaminophen drug substance as such. So you have to develop a tablet where it's easy for human consumption. So to develop that product with the particular properties, uh, you have to do some research. So that is done by pharmaceutical scientists. Then there is an analytical group which analyzes these formulations, for drug content, physical chemical properties using different analytical tools such as HPLC, UV. For example, Tylenol tablet. So we have to use some analytical tools like HPLC, UV, and there are more advanced analytical tools which you can analyze the drug or acetaminophen into the tablet to make sure that it is 100% as per the label claim. So label claim is nothing but if it is 100 milligram tablet, you have to make sure that tablet contains 100 milligram of drug. So that testing is done by the analytical group. Then there is a quality group that checks the quality of the product during the development process. It should meet the certain standards for the development. So that keeps that the quality group keeps tab on it. Then there is a regulatory group. Regulatory group works with R&D, research development groups, to file the product with FDA or any other regulatory agency for drug approval. Regulatory would have knowledge of different regulatory guidelines for filing of the product. Then there is a clinical group. The clinical group that manages clinical trials for effectiveness of these drugs. So these clinical trials are done in healthy human subjects or actual patients. For example, if the drug is an anti-cancer drug, then those drugs are tested in cancer patients. So those are actual subjects we call it. So there are a lot of activities are done into the clinical group. Once the development is ongoing, you have to do a lot of clinical trials in human subjects to make sure that product is effective again against the target population or target patients. Then there is a technical services group. So once the product is filed in R&D with FDA, then that product needs to be manufactured at commercial scale. So this technical services group basically takes the formulation and they scale it up to the commercial scale. So if you have to manufacture, for example, 100 tablets in R&D and technical services, there is a commercial needs of 1000 tablet, then 100 tablets to 1000 tablets. This is just an example. There is a manufacturing process needs to be updated at large scale manufacturing process. So that and the process needs to be validated for commercials manufacturing. So that is taken care of technical services group. So mainly it involves validation of the product at commercial scale. So once the product is approved by FDA and validated by technical services, then it goes to the manufacturing. So manufacturing department will have batch records, standard operating procedures to manufacture product with the desired specifications. So manufacturing department manufactures the product in bulk. Those are goes into the big bulk containers, and then it goes to the packaging department. So packaging department takes the tablets and put it into the container. So tablets is an example, but there are different dosage form that needs to go into different container. So that is taken by the packaging department. Then quality control group, when the manufacturing is ongoing or packaging is ongoing, once the product is manufactured, there are specifications set for the particular product. So this quality control group takes the particular dosage form, test the product against those specifications, and release the product for the commercial supply. So a lot of analytical testing is done in quality control group. Then quality assurance group basically makes sure that the product is manufactured as per set specifications, set procedures. So that is the function of quality assurance group. Then there is a supply chain group. So supply chain group is involved into the supply of the finished product from industry to the distributor. So if there is a requirement of particular product, then supply chain is responsible to supply that product to the customers with the desired time frame. Then there is also supply of ingredients from for R&D, for technical services, manufacturing, packaging. There is a lot of material needs to be brought in the company, like drug substance. So that supply is also taken care of supply chain. So vendor selection, then selecting particular source for the uh, drug substance or excipients is taken care of supply chain. They work with R&D, technical services, manufacturing, packaging, analytical, all the groups to make sure that whatever requirement is needed for the internal development, supply chain is responsible for it. Then there is a business development group. Business development group do the business development activity. They get in-license product, then out-license product. If there are any companies, they want to acquire those companies to expand the existing business, then they do those business evaluation. For the new product, selection, if they have what is the market opportunity, they analyze the product, what is the particular industries technologies where they can expand the products. So those activities are taken care of business development. Marketing is responsible for the sale of the product. Uh, so basically they explain doctors and patients what is the advantage of the developed product over the existing product. So those things are taken care of marketing department. So there are also opportunities in FDA. You can either act as a you can apply as a scientist or you can be a reviewer in FDA. So in scientists generally, if you have to go to FDA, you need to have some industrial experience so you understand how the pharmaceutical industry works. and based on that, after 2 to 3 years of experience in industry, people go into FDA, which is Food and Drug Administration. Those are responsible for approving the product. And reviewers are basically, once pharmaceutical industry files the product for approval, there are a lot of documents related to the development of the product, then how the validation is done, how future manufacturing is done, what are the specifications, how was the clinical studies. All this data need to be reviewed by the FDA reviewer to make sure that all the requirements are met, the developed product has intended um, therapeutic activity. For example, if it is acetaminophen drug should relieve the pain. So they have to make sure that enough clinical trials, enough safety studies are done for that particular product. So that is for reviewer. In addition to this, there are a lot of opportunities in pharma industry, but I just wanted to focus on these three: pharmacy, pharmaceutical industry, and FDA. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please subscribe. Thank you.